Greetings, welcome to another video. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing a group of beings that aren't, in my opinion, really well known. There isn't too much information out there about them. And some of the information I have found has kind of gotten lost, it looks like, during over the course of time with certain videos. But I got some information through various energetic channelings, being a receiver for the vast universal energetics that are here and in multiverses across the universe. The type of being we're going to be talking about today is called a Blue-ray 1 star seed. And they're not to be confused with Blu-rays. Yet the two could be very much similar in a lot of aspects of a lot of star collective characteristics go from one into another. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, I got this information received, and I was guided by my particular guides to make a video about a very complex yet interesting subject at the same time that we'll be delving into within the next few videos. These individuals usually work by themselves. The reason for this is because their auric fields are very large. And with that, they can cover a large geographic space by themselves. And they're also, the auric fields in these beings are usually multi-layered, multifaceted, multi-leveled. Now, in everybody, your auric field can be. It doesn't mean that just because everyone can have a large auric field that's multi-leveled, multi-layered. It's just this is one of their characteristics. Very large, multi-layered, multi-leveled auric field. At times you will see the presence of white, blue, or a purple color, or an indigo within the auric fields as well. Sometimes the white is scattered with sparkles, as in the case of me seeing my wife's aura. I seen sparkles in hers, which she's white, and then she has like a sparkly violet, real pretty lavender color. So very few individuals need to be covered. So in essence, a few individuals need to be covered in a certain area. I've got some notes here, so if you see my eyes glancing off. These types are often, they're scattered around the globe where there's a lot of corruption. And we're seeing corruption show up in different ways. So we see the corruption on the light aspects of it, an energetic spectrum, and in the dark aspects. So we're seeing corruption crop up in both aspects right now. And with that, these beings are often positioned into very rough areas that are highly dense with energy, dense with certain types of corrupted energy, patterns, schisms, and schematics. And the reason they're placed in this is because their energetic gifts are very powerful, which they work with multiple energetic flames or rays, for a lack of a better term. And they can transform a large amount of energetics in an area. And basically, if you picture a crystal and all the energetic is coming towards you, kind of like a transformer, or a lighthouse where the ships are coming towards your light. Think of the energetic as the ships. The energetics as the ships, as you're cleaning, clearing, transforming, purifying, and repatterning the corrupted energy. And sometimes in that case, you're not just repatterning it, but you're also renewing stagnant frequencies. Because creation doesn't... Everything is supposed to move in creation. There's not supposed to be any stagnation in creation. Everything moves, it flows, it has a flow to it, and it moves. These beings usually incarnate in families that have a lot of genetic or DNA damage. So they have a lot of damage in their family lines, potentially their bloodlines, and the crystal codons in the blood, which is a subject for another video. And they would be cleaning that out. So a lot of times the parents may be gifted with certain psychic abilities, and some may not be. It just depends on that. These beings come from many different star systems that at the time are part of the Earth Alliance. The Earth has an Earth Alliance. Guardians are part of this, is holding the collective consciousness to make sure humanity is guided towards a potential positive outcome. And there are groups, and within these groups there are agendas that are working to, again, covert that and take that timeline over. Just to quickly mention that. So, every starseed has an agenda on Earth, and what we mean by that is, are they working for the best interests of humanity, or are they working for some other interests? That's all we'll mention in that. And basically, in order to figure out if you belong to this type of energy, take your first name at birth. So it's your original first name, and this is one physical way you can do it with numerology. There's a site called numerologist.com that can figure out your life path number, but basically your first name and all its your first name, you take the first name, the letters, and you transfer them into numbers, and then the numbers add up to 1. Now, I don't know the exact formula, because I'm not a big into numerology. Like, I don't know the ins and outs, but there's a couple good websites. One of them is numerologist.com, and the other one I figured out my life path number on was Star Gorilla Practical, which is a website or YouTube channel. That's another one that I was able to figure out my life path number. It was the life path 1, my particular one. It's the original first name. So let's say you change your name, you have to have the one you were born with. Pardon my shaking around here. You have to have the one you're born with, primarily as the first name. The one you're born with. Blu-ray ones are connected to one of Earth's original races. They call these one of the original founder races. And that is called the Orphan race. Well, there's not much information, again, on the Orphan race. But the Orphan race, a little background on them, they were thought to have gone extinct at one point. They can go into the void, so they can manifest themselves into the void. And a lot of beings on Earth may have connections to the Orphan race. It was one of the 7 founding races, the Orphan race. And the Orphan race is connected to the Diamond Sun template of evolution and existence. The Diamond Sun template is, this video really isn't about that, but I'm going to give you a little detail on it here now. The Diamond Sun template is a 96 to 144 strand DNA template of existence that manifests out of 0-point energy, or the quantum fields. And it is our humanity's purest and truest ladder to evolution, for lack of a better term, or pyramid for evolution, for the lack of a better term. The Diamond Sun template is linked to a lot of masters that had walked the earth, like Jesus or Yeshua, Buddha. They were connected, in my opinion, to the Diamond Sun template. Also, what's interesting with the Blu-ray ones is they can travel backwards and forwards through timelines. Now, how would you do that? Because a timeline is an energetic representation of what's going on at the time. A timeline is not linear, like we view 3D time as linear. It isn't structured like that. You would use the field of all time, which sees past, present, and future flowing at the same time, informing itself of the same time. And with that, you could open a portal and go into a certain energetic timeline, kind of like a river. So if you would insert yourself into a river, your portal and your river would be, you would jump into the river, that would be your entrance in, and then let's say you wanted to swim into like a river, like let's say you wanted to get to a particular branch of the river, you could swim through the other rivers, assuming they all connect, and that would be kind of like that, where you would flow in one experience. Now this is kind of hard to explain in these kinds of terms, but going through the timelines. So traveling through the timeline, because the morphinogenic energy field of a particular timeline is constantly morphing into the future, so it's changing. As energetics change, as possibilities and probabilities change, they can do that. They have that ability to travel back and forward in portals of light, through which you would call a portal of light, and also hide themselves in the void if necessary, which we find very interesting, hiding yourself in the void if necessary. I'm going to be revealing more as I get this information, as my guides press me to. I'm going to be revealing more about the Diamond Sun template, and there's a particular blueprint of design and evolution within that, and that particular blueprint can determine certain star origins of yourself, because you have a particular pattern or a unique code within yourself, or a genetic marker. The genetic marker can be found in the energetics or in the blood. The blood also contains a particular genetic marker and a code to pass through a particular gate, because the planet and the universe has star gates, gatekeepers, placekeepers, and holders. But what I wanted to do was touch on the Blue Ray 1 species, because this all ties in to the Guardians and a particular Diamond Sun template of evolution, and it also ties us back into the blueprinters. So it's all tied in together, and it can be tied into everything. You could really look at it like a giant wheel, as my guides told me. You could, when I was communicating with the dragons, they mentioned this. You can see how it's all tied in together. It's a mere another piece of the puzzle. We hope you find this video interesting. If you could, please comment below if you'd like to see future videos, or if there's anything you'd like to share. We're more than interested in hearing your thoughts. Much love to you. Bye for now. And may the universe bless you on your journey into this life.